Hi there, Divine Souls. This is Nala Nguyen. Welcome to Twin Flame Journey 3D to 5D. This channel is about love, relationship, and twin flames from a 5D perspective, which is the spiritual and galactic point of view. If you're new here, big welcome. Thank you to the loyal viewers who tune my broadcast and share my work. In this broadcast, I want to share with you my perspective about false twin flames. I'm sure you may have heard of it from other tarot card readers, or you may have come across some materials that you've read about false twin flame, maybe from other twin flames who claim to be channeling messages and sharing this type of information to the collective. So when I share with you my insights and personal experience about this concept, so that way you can make up your own mind, okay? So about 5 years into this journey, I was still doing research. I was still in the research phase, just looking at information about this journey, find out more information about myself, so that way I can be more, clear-headed, more clear about this journey, what I need to do, because I was still quite lost 5 years into this connection. And 5 years is still quite new. You're not really that mature being 5 years into this connection. So as I was going through my research phase, I came across some material from another twin flame. She claims to be channeling messages from the 5D. And I came across the material saying that there is a callous twin flame that you're supposed to meet first before you meet your real twin flame. So I bought into this concept that there is this callous twin flame. This is supposed to be a fake twin flame that is all negative, all toxic, and then he's supposed to prepare you for the real twin flame. So of course, I bought into this teaching because I didn't know any better. I didn't have any galactic sources myself at that time. I didn't have any other sources to corroborate, to verify, so I had to take the word on face value. Mind you, I already had 4 psychics confirm and tell me that this is my true DM, this is my twin flame. However, he was so toxic and so dark, and I didn't really want to accept him and this connection, that I believed into this callous twin flame and this false twin flame narrative. So that's why I actually started rejecting him again. So we were mirroring each other back and forth. First I rejected him, then he rejected me, and then he rejected me again, and then now I rejected him. So we were mirroring each other back and forth all the time with rejection wounds. So this time I told him about the callous twin flame thing. I told him that he's not my real twin. Of course, he was very hurt, very devastated. He feels rejected again, and he really feels that we're a twin flame, because he feels the connection on a deep soul level as well too. I felt as well, but I just feel like it doesn't make any sense. He's so toxic, he's so dark. We have a lot of similarities, but we also have a lot of differences as well too. So it's very hard for me to wrap my head around to understand how this person could be my twin flame. So I bought into this idea that he is a callous twin flame, that he's not really the real deal, for some period of time, for let's say, I think 2 years, maybe. Probably 2 years, maybe 3 years, 2-3 years. I think I bought into this narrative. And of course, when I bought into this narrative, I pushed him more and more energetically, pushing him away more emotionally, not wanting to be close to him anymore and having a type of more intimacy with him, because I wanted to make space for the real twin flame to come through. So needless to say, I finally got another psychic consultation, and then this psychic is a little bit more accurate. She's got clairvoyant ability, so she's able to see the cord that twin flames have connected to each other. We have a gold cord that's connected to each other. So she's able to see the gold cord between me and him. And she's like, yeah, that's not your false twin flame. That's not a fake twin flame. I can see the cord between you two. You guys are real twin flame. I was like, really? Damn it! I was so upset with that, because I was so upset to find out he is the real twin flame, so I never told him that. I just kept it to myself. And then later on, I had met Ashtar, and from my consultation with Ashtar, he also verified that this person is really my twin flame. And then he told me the background information, how he became so toxic, how he became so distorted in his energy field, and what had took place in the cosmos, because this is something that the Dark Ones was targeting our connection for a very long period of time, and they were specifically targeting him for a very long period of time to just infect him on an energetic level. All of his levels, from the mental body, emotional body, spiritual and etheric body, they were all being compromised. So therefore he was very heavily infected with demonic forces, and they were attacking his energy field, and they were also influencing the ego consciousness and his personality construct and the weaknesses that he had from his ego construct. So that's why he is so dark, and he's full of these toxic traits and just really a pawn for the dark one. So once I understood that side of things, it was a little bit more easy to accept this information. But still, what did I learn from the situation? What I learned from the situation is, well, there's no such thing as a catalyst twin flame or a fake twin flame in that sense. Your real twin flame is the catalyst for your ascension. So you can call him a catalyst, but he's not really a fake twin flame. They're meant to be a catalyst for your ascension. They are the dark aspect of the yin and yang energy. So yin is the dark aspect, yang is the light aspect. So the masculine energy is the dark aspect. They're meant to be a catalyst to propel you into the light. So you have one of two options when this happens, when you meet your real twin flame. They'll take you into the darkness. You'll have to learn very tough lessons of unconditional love to embrace somebody so toxic, full of mental illnesses. So they're going to teach you very tough lessons about unconditional love, to be accepting of this person with all the red flags and challenges they have going on with themselves. Then you also have to learn self-love, so that way you learn to set boundaries for yourself. You don't get dragged down with them and you harm yourself. You put yourself in a position where you are now going to be destitute. You're going to be, having mental breakdowns. You're actually harming yourself because you didn't have clear boundaries for yourself. So your divine masculine energy is there to teach you some very tough but valuable lesson in order for you to ascend. Now, many twin flames don't learn these three most important lessons, which is the first lesson is unconditional love for the other, second, unconditional love for self, and the other lesson is balancing the energy between the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy. This is the first three lessons that's very important, and many twin flames don't pass these three lessons. They're stuck on the second lesson, which is having self-love for self. Most of them will pass the first lesson, which is having unconditional love for the other person, but then they get stuck on the second lesson, which is having self-love. Learning to love the self first and putting yourself first. Most twin flame get stuck in this lesson, and they keep on getting in cycles over and over again where twin flames are constantly triggering each other all the time, and they don't know how to resolve these triggers because it takes a great deal of awareness to get to the heart of the triggers, heal it, and release it. So on this twin flame journey, I have come to realize that yes, your divine masculine will be very, very dark. This is the reason why a lot of twin flames will tend to reject the connection, say this is a false twin flame. I'm going to go look for a real twin flame, my real divine masculine. But that's not really true, because your real twin flame, your divine masculine, will not be a knight in shining armor. I don't know why people have this perception, because if he was a knight in shining armor, he wouldn't teach you any lessons at all. There would be no growth. There would be no lessons for you to learn. Each twin flame have very specific lessons they need to learn in order to ascend. The whole point of this twin flame journey is to actually propel you into ascension, into becoming the highest and greatest version of yourself, into you anchoring in the 5D frequency, and also being in your Emperor and Empress energy. This is a very high vibrational energy, and you cannot do this without a catalyst to pull you down to the depth of darkness so you can understand your self-worth. If you met somebody who was already a Prince Charming, he already had the full package, he had everything going for him, what would you learn from this journey? What would you learn from the experience? Probably nothing. Okay, nothing on a spiritual level, because all you do is you have this comfortable life, you have this easy lifestyle, everything will just be smooth sailing. There'll be no growth spiritually. But when you have a polar opposite of you, when you have a catalyst that's going to be challenging you, that's going to reflect to you the opposite of what you need to learn, that's where the growth is going to be. So that's what I learned from this journey, that a lot of these people, they don't understand how this journey works, the science behind it. Therefore, they can easily mistaken the real DM and call it a fake DM, and then try to go on this non-existent journey like what I went through, trying to find my real twin flame that didn't exist. Meanwhile, my real twin flame was right there. So that's what I did. I wasted a bunch of time, I wasted a bunch of years trying to search for something that didn't exist. So from that, it was just a fruitless journey trying to find something, because I fell for some false teaching, some incorrect teaching about this false twin flame concept. and then that led me on the wrong path, that led me to lose a lot of time, a lot of energy, and made me go off the path of ascension, because this journey is supposed to put you on a path of ascension. Your twin flame is supposed to be the catalyst for your ascension. I can't stress this enough, okay? Because twin flame, they don't understand that how important it is for them to ascend, because you cannot do your mission until you ascend. This is very critical. I couldn't do my mission until I ascend in my consciousness. I acquire a certain level of awareness. This is the reason why many twin flames struggle to do their mission, because they are not that awakened. So this is why it's very important for people to get the right information, so that way they don't get misled, they don't get put on the wrong timeline, and they don't waste their time and their energy. Now in future videos, I'm going to make another video to share with you the traits of a karmic versus a twin flame, because I know there are a lot of people who can't tell a karmic relationship from a toxic twin flame. How do you tell the difference? Because both of them are narcissistic. Both of them are very negative. Both of them can be very destructive. So how do you recognize a karmic relationship versus your real DM? There are very specific traits you can look for. I will go into depth in future videos. But right now, there are sometimes I see some comments in my comment section saying, oh, I met my false twin flame because he cheated on me, he left me for another person, and I forgive him, all this kind of stuff. Here to tell you, that's probably a karmic relationship. There's no false twin flame. It's either a karmic or a DM. If your DM did that kind of behavior, believe me, they will be crawling back, begging for forgiveness if you found out that they cheated on you. Because the emotional and psychological trauma that you're going through, that you're experiencing, they are also experiencing as well too. It's not a one-sided connection. Everything that the other twin flame is feeling as a result of the other twin flame mistreatment will be felt by the person that's committing the betraying act. So this is why in a real twin flame connection, if one twin flame is betraying the other twin flame, not only will the DM will experience the psychological and emotional trauma as well too, but they'll have extreme guilt, shame, and on top of that, the spiritual hierarchy will put a massive amount of karma on this DM. Okay, I'm talking about their life will be turned upside down. It'll be a complete train wreck. They'll never have emotional stability nor financial stability, because the karma is quite severe. Like you don't do that to your DF. Your DF came into your life to help you heal on your journey, and you turn around, you do wrong to your DF, you backstab them, you took their love for granted, you used them, you manipulated them, you cheated on them. It's not going to be taken lightly by the spiritual realm. So the DM will experience severe karma. They'll have severe mental illness issues. They'll have restless nights. They'll never have a peaceful night's rest. They'll never have true love, because their DF will be constantly in their mind 24/7. They'll never be able to find another person to replace their energy. And the spiritual hierarchy will make sure the DM will be haunted by their action until they come clean, fessed up, take accountability, take responsibility for their action, and actually spill the beans and tell the full truth. Only then the karma will be released. If not, the karma will only get worse and worse and be more intensified. So can you imagine your life now being a DF if you actually committed these type of relationship crimes, that you backstab, you betrayed your DF, and you don't want to take accountability, you don't want to own up to it? The karma will just magnify. You will never have a true love. Don't think that these DM will find another relationship they'll be happy in. That's not going to happen. And secondly, they'll always experience financial instability. So what kind of life do you want to live where you have now constant financial instability and you never have true love? That's a miserable life. And they're in a mental prison. They're constantly being tortured all the time, because the spiritual hierarchy will imprint what they did to their DF 24/7. It's in their mind, it's in their conscious. They can't control their thoughts, remember? And they're going to be in their heart as well too, is that they're going to be really yearning and missing their DF like crazy. So this is why you can tell when it's a karmic relationship versus a DM, because when it's a karmic relationship, if somebody cheats on you, they'll just take the high road. They'll leave you behind. They don't care about your feelings. They won't have any type of nightmares. They won't be haunted. They won't have any of these issues. They'll get their karma, but then it's not nowhere as severe as the karma that the DM is getting, because the DM is betraying his divine counterpart. This is a very sacred union. This is why it's so much more severe when it's a true twin flame connection. This is how you know the difference, because the DM will constantly circle back to the DF. No matter how much she rejects, how much she wants to run away from the connection after he betrayed her, he'll always want to circle back to her, ask for forgiveness, so that way all this torment can go away. Because if he doesn't fess up, this karma will just keep on intensifying, getting worse and worse. Okay? So hopefully the insights I'm sharing with you has cleared up a lot of confusion in the collective consciousness regarding the false twin flame and how to identify this type of connection, more specifically the karmic versus the DM. In future videos, I'll make more videos to show to you the difference between a karmic relationship versus a toxic DM, so that way you know how to identify these type of connections and not be fooled by the labels. Okay. One more point, even though I've shared a lot of information about how to recognize these traits within yourself, about this connection, I still think it's very important for twin flames to have consultations with me and Ashtar to really verify your cosmic identity, because that way you can become more awakened. And if you want to become more awakened to do your mission, you need this type of awakening, because it's hard to do your mission if you don't really know what you came here to do. And Ashtar is really good at giving people downloads about their cosmic identity, where they're coming from, what they came here to do, that type of stuff. So it's very valuable information. I can't stress that enough for twin flames to have this type of consultation, so that way they know more about themselves and they know more about the mission, what they came here to do. Okay? So with that, I want to thank you for tuning in this broadcast. If you need more help with this twin flame journey and more help on your ascension journey, you can visit my membership site, www.3d to5d.com, to get access to 2 membership areas. One is for ascension, the other is for the twin flame, so you get more clarity, more insights, so you're not put on the wrong timeline, getting the wrong information and being misled and wasting your time and energy, like what happened to me. So you can visit my website, you can sign up to become a member. With that, I want to thank you guys for tuning this broadcast, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.